Good morning, good morning. It is February the 2nd, 2011. It's the anniversary of my mother's passing. She died from cancer February the 2nd, 2011. On February the 2nd, 2011, I blew the whistle on Scott Shellenberger. I turned him in for corruption and racism in his courts. Judge Turnbull, Scott Shellenberger, Gov.O'Malley, and the money y'all was making off of locking up black bodies in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. I named the judges, the lawyers, and the politicians that get paid up to lock up black America, black Baltimore, black Maryland. Governor Hogabn got this information. He got the Accountability Act for 2020. This is evidence for the Accountability Act. Clippinger asked for evidence for my innocence. This is evidence of my innocence. Because on February the 2nd, 2011, I was making plans to go to California to sell this movie. I'm homeless. I've been homeless since 2011. I've been living on the kindness of others. I've been living off of my friends, not my family. I'd rather have 1 million friends than $1 million. So for the last 9-10 years, I've been practicing that Jesus trick, because Jesus never had a home. Jesus was homeless. He never had a house, never had a car, never had a Rolls Royce, never had a plane. But in Jesus' name, y'all raise a lot of money. Y'all raise a lot of money off of Martin Luther King. Y'all raise a lot of money off of Malcolm X. Y'all make a lot of money off of black tragedies. So I was making a movie and a documentary about it. You can ask Timothy Allen Edwards how long I've been doing this, because Timothy knew me when we was at Green Spring Station when I first started. I did 13 years in Baltimore County. I did 13 years in Baltimore City. I did 26 years to make this happen. 26 years to get to where we are today. So we celebrate my mother's passing today. She died from cancer. She died from cancer on today. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to my mother. I didn't get a chance to bury my mother because Scott Shellenberger charged me with terrorism. On February the 6th, 2011, I turned in Scott Shellenberger to Belfield. I turned in Scott Shellenberger. I'm a Baltimore City resident. I was kidnapped by the state to keep this movie from coming out. So y'all take this with a grain of salt. Truth speaking to power in 2020. How many toilets is it going to take before y'all lock me up again? Because you lock me up for a toilet, we go to court. We go to court, I get a jury trial. We get a jury trial, we get all this evidence in front of everybody. Social justice for social change. And this is where it all started at. This is for Governor Hogabn. This is for Luke Clippinger. And this is for Senator Smith. House Judiciary, Senate Judiciary, and Governor Hogabn, Brian Frosh. Do your job or lose your job, 2020. But this is what we're going to do. Social media for social change. 9 years ago. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter don't get no sweeter. Alright? Baltimore Rewired. The movie is complete. The book is done. I'm in the marketing and distribution, and this whole project is dedicated to Corrine Davis in loving memory of my mother, my best friend. She raised the child, but Joe Davis made a man. I never ran from a fight in my life. I never been beat in a court of law. Baltimore got caught with their hands in my pocket, and mama said, knock you out. So in loving memory of Corrine, my mother Corrine, family, friends, and my son and daughters, enjoy the Shorty Sideshow. Underground is leaving the station, headed all across this nation. Marketing and distribution, looking for investors in my own TV show. You know, I don't hate the player, hate the fact that you played with Shorty. Last man standing. All the rest sit down to pee. And you know who you are. That's Dick Tracy. That's crime and justice. You feel me? That's crime and justice. That's a witness. And that's the case right there. You shouldn't have never locked me up. You shouldn't have never locked me up because I was blowing the whistle on City Hall and the money y'all make off of black bodies in City Hall. That's the case right there. And I gave it to Commissioner Belfield. So y'all can't say that you didn't have this. And you can't say that you don't know. Starbucks and Shorty. Social justice for social change. Starbucks and Shorty. You feel me? That's what I'm going to do. Starbucks going to help me get this out. You asked for evidence? Here's your evidence. Everything that I got on Facebook since 2006 is evidence. Mark Zuckerberg has to turn that over. Every time I get banned, you're going to have to turn that over. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. Baltimore, Rewired.